This is something I've been excited about for a while, and it's not something I've seen anyone else do yet. This is also the exact setup we used on the last video I posted. Anamorphic adapters like this Blazar Nero have become cheaper and more popular in recent years. The taking lenses for anamorphic adapters usually need to be on full frame 50mm and up. And on Super 35 or APS-C, they need to be 28 or 35mm and up. This works great for vintage primes, which usually have a 52mm filter thread, like the Nikon AIS lenses that I have. One thing I haven't seen many people doing is using zoom lenses with anamorphic adapters. Laowa do also have some anamorphic zoom options, which look interesting. But generally, zooms don't work with anamorphic adapters because they need to be parfocal, which means that the infinity focus that you set it to won't change when you zoom it in and out. They need a zoom internally, so the barrel doesn't extend in and out. And importantly, they need to have a filter thread size that is not going to cause massive vignetting, which most modern zooms would have. This is where the Nikon AIS 35-70 comes in. It's parfocal, internal zoom, and it has a filter thread of 62, which is not quite, is it 62? 62mm is obviously more than 52, but it is also a full frame lens. So if we're going to use it on an APS-C or Super 35 sensor, we're going to avoid that vignetting that would normally come with using a larger filter thread. So to get this to work, we're going to use a step down ring, putting that snugly into here. Then we're going to screw the anamorphic adapter onto the front, and voila, cinema. One thing you do have to be careful of with a setup like this is when you're using a adapter from the F mount to the mirrorless mount, a lot of these are designed to be shorter so that you will always reach infinity focus, but that doesn't mean that infinity focus will actually line up with infinity focus on the lens. Problem is when that doesn't happen, the lens will lose its parfocal abilities. So what we're going to do is shim this lens. I couldn't find any specific F-mount shims online, so I'm just using adhesive copper tape that I found from another tutorial online, and it's worked perfectly well for me. The benefit of a setup like this comes on a shoot when you're looking to change lenses. With an anamorphic adapter, that can take a lot of time and fiddliness. An anamorphic zoom will allow you to save so much time on set and just to let you get a lot more footage that you normally wouldn't be able to because you're wasting time changing lenses, swapping adapters. So let me know what you think. Personally, I find this versatility unbeatable, and also it's just really cool playing around with this kind of stuff.